Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rika and this is Rika Life. Alright, so today I'm going to be back on my regular schedule, and today we're doing another WIP and yarn chat today. So I will be working on a project which I'm going to show you in a minute. Feel free to grab a project or not, grab a drink. I have water with me which I've just spilled all over myself. And settle in. We're just gonna talk and chat and work on our WIPs if you want to. So today I am actually just finishing up a shawl that I'm working on. So this is what it's looking like so far. This is another Annabelle shawl by Crochet, and this is a big twist rave yarn in the color lava lamp. So it's blues and neon greens. It's a really nice mix of colors, and it's not going to be big enough, so I'm adding in big twist value in the color cyan. So I'll be adding this in. It's not an exact match, but I feel like it's close enough and I can get away with it. So likely I will just be doing the border in the cyan color, and hopefully I have enough for one more row of the granny stitch. And I feel like this might be the last ball of the big twist rave that I have. I've of course shared it in an earlier video, but I feel like I bought at least 5 or 6 colors, and at the same time I bought a big twist prism which I haven't used yet. That's in like a pink color. So I still have to use that. I still have to get to that. Sorry, my camera's a little bit aimed at the ceiling. Okay, so yeah, so I still need to use big twist prism. I think someone asked me about that in a comment on one of my videos from the summer, whether or not I had used big twist prism, and I have not. So to me that yarn seems very soft, and so likely might be making a fresh air hat. That's my pattern. Or I might be making baby hats, but I feel like it might be a little bit too thick for a baby hat. So yeah, most of the baby hats that I make, I use either worsted weight or generally a DK weight, like a number 3 weight. And yeah, so I haven't used that yarn yet, but I feel like this might be the last of the big twist rave. This was something that was available only at Joann's, and it came out, I want to say it came out in maybe June, and it's been all the rave because the colors have been just so bright and so fun. There was another color I didn't purchase, which is like, I think it was black and neon orange. And that kind of reminded me of the black and the hot pink one that I did buy. But they're just such like bright, fun, in your face kind of colors. And I think I had this one in my yarn closet, and I was like, let's just make another shawl out of it. So if you haven't watched anything of mine for the past month, I have been making shawls. I have been making hats for donations. And I do want to make more baby beanies. So right now my 4 bins behind me, one of them all the way on that side on the bottom is actually finished objects of mine that I want to keep. Above that, this one here has a bunch of beanies that I've made, like hats I've made, plus some like thin 1 and 2 weight yarn that is just hanging out there until I use it or donate it or figure out what to do with it. I mean, some of that yarn I've had now, I want to say for like almost 3 or 4 years, and I have not gotten to it. So maybe I will end up, donating some of it. I don't know. I feel like I reached my corner and I messed it up. Hold on. This was my corner. Yep, I totally messed it up. Let's go back to my corner. I feel like I did make the chain too, but then I just kept talking and hold on, let me fix my corner. Yeah, so that's what's in that. And then the one on the bottom here has a finished objects, one that I want to keep, and then one that's like small samples that I've crocheted, which are like my own designs. The one above that, this very first one here, is full of beanies and baby hats and shawls and a few baby blankets. So there's a fair amount of things that I have right now for donations. And I did mention in a video that I wanted to do like a fall charity drive, and that I wanted to collect hats and shawls for cancer patients. So I still need to kind of work out the logistics of all of that, but I would like to do that. We are already in August, so I'm thinking either by the end of September or mid-October to kind of have that as a deadline, so that then I can donate that near the end of October. And I believe October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so I'm not only focused on that type of cancer because, you know, where my husband works, they deal with all sorts of cancers. But I was just thinking it might be a nice gesture. And so, yeah, I need to figure out where I can have you send all that, because I need an address for that. And let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments if you have any interest in donating hats or shawls for cancer patients. Of course, I would always recommend people to donate locally if they can, but if you would like to participate in this, then please let me know. I'd like to first kind of gauge the interest before I go and set up a separate address for it, where you can send things. So just let me know in the comments. I might even make a poll about this and put it in the community tab, just to kind of find out your interest level. If not, if there's not much interest, then it's fine. I'll just, you know, do it on my own as I've been doing in the past. But I just thought it might be fun to kind of involve everyone in the community and, you know, be able to make a bigger donation and say it's from, you know, all of us on the in our YouTube community. So that's that. I have kind of picked up some other WIPs that I was working on. I finished one of the shawls, and then I'm working on a baby blanket. I had yarn earmarked for another blanket, which I actually started, but I think I'm going to take it apart. So I had started a moss stitch blanket, but like it's so slow going, I don't think it's going to keep my interest, you know, because it's going to take some time for the colors to change. What is this? There's some like pink yarn coming out of my, look at this. What is this? This is like coming out of the yarn. It's like, it looks like it's wound on this. Now I can see the other one here. It's like peeking out from here. I don't know if I should cut this or just leave it. Let me see if I can, I might trim it and then see if I can just, I'm not going to take it apart completely. I don't want to mess up the yarn. I'm just going to trim it. Okay, I trimmed it. Okay, so where was I? Completely lost my train of thought. But anyways, I'm trying out something new with my hair. I feel like my hair is going through a curly phase, so I'm trying to embrace it. So I put in some curl cream today right after I washed it, and I think it's holding pretty well. I did it for both me and my daughter, and her hair is like very straight, so it's like barely wavy, and my hair on the other hand is like, has this going on. So my hair used to be like this when I was like in my early 20s as well, and late 20s. Like I think in my 20s my hair was pretty wavy. So I'm back at it again. I think it took a while to get back to this, but yeah. So yeah, I was talking about my WIPs. So yeah, that moss stitch blanket, it might look really, really nice if I am patient enough to work on it. I don't know if that's gonna happen though. So let's see. I might just take it apart and then make something else. Hopefully not another Annabelle shawl. Oh my god. I made like over a dozen of these. I'm not even joking. Like, it's not even funny. If Crystal ever watches my video or videos about this, she will think I've gone cuckoo because I made her shawl pattern like so many times. It's so simple and easy and rhythmic, and I just love it. It's like, it probably was, I don't know, I'm assuming it was really, I have this much luck. I'm assuming it was really easy for her to write it because they're just not very complicated stitches, but I really appreciate that she would even write such a pattern for us. Like, I feel like we always have this thought that crochet patterns are difficult, or that crochet patterns are how do you say, that they're difficult to come up with, difficult to write, and all of that. But I feel like sometimes it can just be fun. Maybe it was just fun for her and she was like, hey, let's just mix a granny stitch with the solid double crochet row and let's make a shawl out of it. And I mean, I'm benefiting from that because she made such an amazing pattern. And literally all of my videos from like the middle of June till the end of July are me showcasing the Annabelle shawl over and over and over because that's all I made. I had nothing else to show you because I made so many shawls and so many hats. And I just been showing you my hat all summer. I've been showing you the Fresh Air hat that I designed. That's a tutorial on my page. And I've just been sharing those two things and boring you with all of that. So hopefully soon I have something new to share and something different to share. But until then, hopefully you'll stick around and just humor me while I, am on this hat and shawl kick. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but okay. So I'm on the last row of the granny row, and then I'm gonna switch to the double crochet solid rows. Just trying to see how does this yarn look with, how does the yarn look that I'm adding onto this. I just don't want it to like take away from anything, but I think it should be okay. What do you think? It's not that, okay. It is a bit lighter, I have to admit. And the camera is making it look like it's the exact same shade, which it is not, though I wish it was that exact same shade. It's actually lighter. So, I mean, I think I'll just go with it. I just want to like, it's close enough for me. I don't know. I feel like maybe I do have a blue in this color. I don't know. Or I must have had at some point of this color. But now I don't. So, yeah. I am kind of on like a self-imposed yarn ban because of course, I've made so many things. And the problem is that as soon as I donate these things in this one bin, one entire bin is going to be empty. And that is trouble for me because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be like, oh, the bin is empty. I think it's time to buy some more yarn. And there is yarn that I've been looking at. I've been wanting to try out those gradient yarns that were all the craze this summer. There was the Premier one and the Lion Brand one, both conveniently named gradient yarns. I really, really want to try them. And there's some colors that I've fallen in love with, but I haven't even let myself go to the store to touch them because I know as soon as I see them, I'm just going to buy them. So I don't know what's going to happen. What happens when you have some space that opens up for your yarn? I mean, maybe I'll just have to put something else in that bin. I'll just have to take some other things and like put them in there. Sorry, I thought somebody was like outside my door. Yeah, I'm going to be cleaning this room again. I have cleaned it a million times, but I kind of want to like get rid of things. I've been like in a massive state of decluttering since I came back home from my vacation, and just been throwing things. I went through my entire closet, my kids' clothes. You know how it is with kids, they keep outgrowing everything. So I literally had to like take out so many things of theirs. And then for myself, I just took out things that were no longer bringing me joy, that I no longer enjoyed wearing. I just took them out. And yeah, so I also kind of want to do a little bit of decluttering in this room. As you see, like all these things keep adding up. I made these 3 pillows and they're right here. So as I keep making more things, they'll need to find space. There's some pillows way over there as well. So all this space is kind of for my creations, but anything that's, taking away from that, I think I'm just going to get rid of it. I have some old laptops. I have old journals. I have journals from like, I want to say the last at least 15 years of my life. And yeah, I mean, you know why I keep them? I'll tell you, because I have some memoir writing books and I keep thinking that I'm going to write a memoir about my life or about a part of my life. And so I've kind of kept all those journals just in case. I mean, I've never really gone back and read things aside from the journals. I also had these like monthly planners that I used for about 2 years, and I have all of those stacked up as well. So in there, sometimes I've written down things we've done when we've been away from home, and just like reflected on the month, reflected on the week. So I don't know what to do with all of that. It's like they're good memories, but I just feel like it's weight. I just feel like it gets heavy. So one part of me is just thinking of just chucking everything out, just get it out of this room, get it out of my house. I have like old technology lying around, like old laptops and things like that, and I'm thinking of just getting rid of it. So what do you do with your stuff? I don't know. What do you do with things like journals that are so near and dear to you and have all your most precious feelings? Like I mean, I was just thinking of throwing them out, but I don't want to do that and then find out that, in a couple of years I'll be like, oh, I want to write this, and what was I thinking in 2015? And then be like, oh, I have absolutely no idea what I was thinking because I no longer have any of that stuff with me. But I think like my days of being a pack rat are over. I just want to like be light and be free and move forward and have some newness in my life. So I think I am going to end up getting rid of a bunch of things from this room, and hopefully that will make space for newness in my life, whether that is new projects, new designs that I make, or, new adventures with Rika life, whether that's new charity drives and new vendor markets, or just, whatever I decide to pursue. So I'm thinking of doing that, and I feel like once I do that, I will feel a lot better, because it's hard to be, I feel like it's hard to be in the same room where there's so much stuff, and there's, all those words and things have meanings attached to them. So yeah, I just want to get a load off. So I will likely be doing that very, very soon. But yeah, I would love to know what project you are working on this week, whether it's something you worked on today while chatting with me, or whether it's something that you will be starting. I am working on a crochet along, and I'm really excited to do it. I just finished part 1 of 4, so hopefully once I have a little bit of time, concentrated time, not time like this where I can just work on a project, but time where I have to follow the pattern, I will get to part 2 of that. I love working on crochet alongs. They make me so happy. It's just so fun to do something all at the same time with other people. And honestly, for me, I get inspired by seeing other people's projects, their use of color, all of that. So that really helps me. And so That's why I'm always on Facebook and in all these crochet groups, because I love to see what other people are making. Some of my favorite posts to look at are like those WIP Wednesdays, work in progress Wednesdays, where people share what they're working on. I love those posts. I might not always share my own project in there, but I love looking at those and just seeing like the sheer creativity at like what are people making, what are they working on, what kind of colors are they using, and just interesting to see like this time of year in August, what are people working on? Are they still doing summer projects? Are they doing winter projects? Are they working on wearables? You know, there's always so much coming out um, constantly. So I know it's really hard not to start a bunch of WIPs. For me, I'm trying to like finish a few things. So I have like 4 projects around me that I want to make some headway on. And so once this shawl is done, I'll be working on my crochet along. Sorry, not my crochet along, but the one I'm joining. I will be spending time on that, and then I'll be working on these couple of projects. And then hopefully also making some more beanies for cancer patients and making some hats for the babies in the NICU. So that's what I'll be working on this week. Probably not starting anything new, but just trying to wrap up some of the things I had already started. And when I gather up the courage, I will go into my yarn closet and I will see the bottom, because I have I think 3 or 4 bags now with kind of like scraps in there. So I just need to see what to do about all of that, whether I want to keep those or whether I want to donate some of that yarn. So I'll need to look at that soon and get that sorted out. But yeah, I'm going to end today's video here. Hopefully this was fun for you as it was fun for me to just be back into the groove of things. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I hope you have a wonderful crochetful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.